What's up, everybody? So let's talk about well, warboss Gruck Face Ripper being released in his own box, in a Killteam Commander box. I think it's pretty exciting because it's a great little orc model. It's a good-looking warboss with a good-looking squig right next to him, and the warboss Gruck Face Ripper's warband is a pretty decent value, but I think the kill team rules have a much larger value in the current hobby set to a lot of people than five knobs, because it's more useful to people to get rules that they're going to use 100 times than a set of models that they already have. That's just the way I look at it. I haven't had the chance to play Kill Team because I signed up for this place called CodeAcademy.com, and I've been learning to code Python. It's taking a hell of a lot of my time. It's all getting crushed like a freaking can on a frat party. It's terrible, but hey, it won't be terrible when I'm much more literate and hopefully getting a better job. The other announcements were about Tau, other stuff, Eldar, who cares? I have a theory about why they haven't released any new orc models for Orktober. Two reasons. It's multifold. One, maybe they're thinking that people would start buying the old orcs in Orktober, or maybe they're thinking that people, a lot of rent happens on the first. There's a lot of things that happen on the first of the month, and maybe sometimes people need to get a few dollars together. And you may say this is Games Workshop, and they don't give a fucking. You're right, but also companies do the math on this sort of stuff. They figure out, all right, here's a number of big fish we have hook, line, and stinker that we could get with X announcements through this, this, and this. And then this announcement has this much market potential over with this other group of people who are unaffiliated with these big fish that we already have hooked. I'm thinking that Games Workshop's going for market B, the large market that's untapped, where it's people that I know that are sort of interested in 40k in an ancillary sense, and they have the money, they have the interest. It's just the army that they would buy, the orcs, is kind of shite. And there's actually a few, but especially if there's an orc army that they can get with a few models. Like I was gonna say, but the orc army costs you a few hundred orcs in just a toll, but they could get a small unit orc army going, man, they'd be up on it. And so maybe Games Workshop's doing that. My secondary thing might be, hey, sometimes they have like an 8th-month turnaround schedule. Like it takes damn near a whole year for them to start a project, and if a project gets gummed up for a few days early in the works, it might fuck them for this extra week and a half we're feeling right here, because maybe they had a box they wanted to plan to release earlier this month, but they're behind schedule because that's just the way it is in business sometimes. I'm not saying Games Workshop is like indefensible. I don't know. I'm just not tilted, man. I've got enough orcs on my hand right now. I would love some new orc models. You saw the kind of joke video. I was like, had all the money in my hand. Stop blue balling me, Games Workshop. It was a joke mostly, but also at the same time, I kind of thought a day, at least 72 hours, I should say, at most 72 hours into Orktober, we'd be getting new orc models. Here we are, Orktober 10th. I mean, no new orc models for sale, and no orc codex announced in the next week or 2 weeks. However, I'm still willing to wait for the aforementioned properties, and they did kind of announce an orc today, sort of. It had something to do with the orcs, and hey, maybe I will actually, get to play Kill Team if I finish this programming final here soon enough. Deuces.